Cut to the chase, Matthew. Were you denied a goal that would have won you the game?
From where I'm on the bench now, from where I can't tell you whether it was a goal or not. What I can tell you, my understanding is that we review those moments, especially at the end of games.
So what action has the club taken? I know there's been phone calls made all around the country. So what do you know of where it's at the moment?
Oh, we've just put trust in the process now. So as a footy club and as a coach, that's all we can do.
So you get an apology on Monday, but that's not going to save your season.
Yeah, I mean, we look at the game and we sit down and go, how did we lose this game of footy? Well, we lost it in quarter 1 and 2. And we played against a side that came in 5 wins on the trot, in really good nick, last year's grand finalists. We knew what was coming, and for whatever reason, we weren't at our best in the first half. But again, I walk off almost proud of the way they fight and the way they didn't give up. We needed 6 goals in the last quarter, and we turned it around completely. You know, the contest back our way. I think we're plus 14 in the last quarter, and we just never give up. But not sure who broke a mirror this year or what we've done, but we just don't seem to be able to find a way to win those. Or maybe we just got to be a little bit better.
So what do you sum up of that first half, particularly when you knew, as you say, there was so much on the line?
We played a very good side who adjusted to the conditions. I'd say they were better in the conditions than we were. You know, there was light rain for most of that first half, and they played the game perfectly. They were at us. They gave us no space. They got up high and they pressured us in our back half. And we had our opportunities. We had some fundamental errors, but we were a little bit stunned in that first half. Came in at half time and had a great discussion around what it was. Our guys are very good with that, if they can get a bit of clarity around what's going on. Now, in the end, it was just our contest and our ability to embrace that got us back into the game. Again, we've spoken all year about if you play the best sides in the competition, you must play 4 quarters. Otherwise, you're flirting with win-loss. And we did that tonight. We were flirting with it. We know our best will get us close, and that's what tonight was. Our best got us close, but it was 2 quarters of footy. So not quite.
Ben was quite animated at the end of the game and seemed to have a chat to you about what was his opinion of all.
Is that Keezy? You're talking about Keezy?
Yeah.
I think Keezy loves a goal, and I think he was off celebrating. Again, he's not in the best position either. But from where I sat, as I said, I can't see it from there. So it was more us having a chat around how close we were.
Do we host Nico here? Do you know if we have the CEO?
Sorry?
Do we have that technology here? Do you know?
Again, I'm not. That's not my area of expertise. But there'll be a process that as it goes through with this, and we've got another game to play. So we have to go over to Perth and play West Coast. And so as we have done every week, we lick our wounds and then we get ourselves prepared for the next week. Because this year our improvement. Our development has been off the charts, and I don't want to miss that. I don't want us to miss that in a game where we're all disappointed. We're sitting right up there from an offense point of view as number 1 in the comp with our scores. We're getting better at our defence, but we've got to. If we want to be great, we've got to keep improving. But there's been so much development. The side we played today, we had our Sanford team go out and play with 11 listed players, no ruckman. We've got a couple of young guys playing less than 5 games at the moment down back that are fighting as well as any. So many positives out of the game, but we also know we've got to be better. So the last thing we're going to do now is take our eye off the ball and not finish the season well.
So you know how the players are good at a reset. When they get the pause, they reset, they think it through, they come up with an answer. What's going to speed up their ability to do that in-game rather than doing it in a pause moment?
Yeah, that can be experience. That can be the going through what we're going through this year, being hungrier, getting things right in the pre-season. And we've got a lot of things right, but there can be little things we might be missing. Just getting the details right, which is exactly what we talked through post-game. a number of the senior guys spoke up around, just the little things, the things that maybe you don't think are important at the time, but when you have a season like we have this year, where I don't know how many are less than a kick, what could have been, you don't want those what ifs. What if we'd done that? And I think that's what when you become a more experienced player, you don't have as many what ifs. You just don't allow it. Rory Laird's an example. There's not many that are as professional as he is. He now knows what he needs to do. Our guys who are first year in or second year in, they'll get that experience. They'll gain that, and we're gaining it pretty quickly.
What about interaction on the field, leadership, commentary between the players to actually pick the moments and pick the changing points? How do you think that's developed at the moment?
Well, that's improved out of sight, and I think we saw that tonight. I mean, we had a timeout at half-time and we were able to sit down, but right throughout that last or second half, we come in and feel like we dominated that second half. Yeah, third quarter we didn't put score on, but last quarter we did. It started to click. We knew that at three-quarter time. We spoke about it and said it'll come, just trust it. That comes off of guys like Dorse, who are leading, Lairdy, our on balls who are giving our forwards a chance. Our forwards came to fight, especially in that second half. There's a lot of pleasing things that are coming out of this season, but I think at the moment we just want to continue to get better.
Five defeats by 6 points or less. Fans will certainly be going back and doing the what if exercise. How do you sort of guard that from coming into your players?
I'm not sure as a fan whether our fans enjoy the close games or not. I think we love watching close games of footy that are a high standard. We've been in so many of them this year. But I feel for our supporters we just haven't come out on the right side of a lot of those this year. So that can be frustrating. But I think our fans know we're playing good footy and they can see that path we're on. I hope they're excited. It doesn't mean that it's linear. We know there's going to be some really tough times. And you look at all the clubs that have gone through what we are. We're tracking faster than a lot have in the past. But there may be some times where it gets hard again. But we'll be doing everything we can in the break to work as hard as we can and get a lot of that right, so that next year is another successful year where we get across the line in these games.
Great.
Thanks, guys.